you really, even your boy Ponlo. Even your boy Ponlo is not on the list.
No, he doesn't get it. He doesn't even get the part
Oh
of the list.
no. Oh no, Ponlo, don't worry. It's okay, I believe in you.
Do you? Are you going to predict Alliance? That's what I thought.
hang on. No, come on. Maybe I believe in Ponlo. Maybe it's just everyone else. That's a question mark for me.
Oh, so you think that they're all garbage? After Chuen's performance, you're going to say you're just nothing.
It's the classic gaslighting for me. I don't know.
There's no gaslighting. You said it. You said maybe it's all the others. All right. Yeah, what is happening, Ponlo? I agree.
Is that him saying it as well? I couldn't really hear. Who's saying
voice? Not a true fan.
I couldn't hear. Come on now.
It wasn't his voice.
All right, shut the hell up. All right, let's see what we got in store. So, again, there was a lot of question marks for me on how Boom is going to be able to fare on the Broodmother. Level 6 Dota pause, so a little bit of it. Probably level 2 has been my big concern. I mean, that is also when Brood gets a bit of a spike when supports are caught out of position. But a Metamorphosis first usage, potentially with the dual breath, if he is in a tricky spot, there might be a kill that can go onto him. So really, for me, bottom lane, I think it's all about who gets 2 first.
Yep. And just with this top lane, I quite like the Mirana pick because you're going up against a couple of stuns, right? More importantly, the Fissure. So you're just going to be able to use that leap to be able to get over the top of it, and you can really be that annoying space creator style that you need for the Abaddon, who's much more of that passive style, you know? And even if you land the stuns, right? Orthotic Shield, snap it off. And Puppy's ready to brawl. Not too many times you see 2 sets of tangos bought by people to be able to start the game. Most of the time they look to emphasize the stats, but he knows his role this game.
Yep. And he should have a bit of an advantage level 1 considering Ponlo with that Fissure as well. Even though the Earthshaker's honestly got some pretty decent base stats for starting armor. So against the right clicks, it's going to be okay, but yeah, they did get a pretty much full free first wave thanks to the placement of the creeps, but now it's going to be back over towards Secret side.
Might miss out on this range creep, though. A little unfortunate. Again, level 2 is just as important on this top side.
Bottom lane, Boom. There we go. There's Charlie's first meta. Should result in a... Oh, no. Yami's able to run away, and Boom's okay as well.
330 base movement speed, among the fastest in the game, so it's one of the things that you really just got to take into consideration when you're going for these kill attempts. I was expecting them to go for it at level 2 when you had that ice path and the... well, they had the reflection available, but clearly not enough.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Now that timing's going to bounce back into Secret's favor once they're able to regen back up, with the meta being on cooldown, so they should be able to continue to put a little bit of pressure on. Meanwhile, of course, mid lane, these 2 players were some... the big reasons why that game went the distance. Yeah. Without a doubt. So Chuen is having a really good time. 12-4 compared to the 6-2 early on. Tiny, he's going to be great. Again, with this damage advantage over the Ember. But once we're able to get some levels on Armel and that Blightstone, we might see this swing the other way for a little bit, but it will take some levels.
Even with the Blightstone, it's kind of like, you know, like Tiny has enough HP that he just doesn't really care about it. You know, he's got a 4 strength gain per level that he gains, and you know you're going to gain levels quick in this mid lane. So I think he's just going to look to use the right click advantage that you get just from being a Tiny with that tree grab, and he'll do just fine against Armel. Puppy's been doing a great job on this top side. Crystallis basically uncontested up here. Even trying to go for some pulls. Ponlo obviously not going to let it happen. Doesn't want this lane to be a really easy place for the Abaddon to get that early farm. And you know, once he's level 6, as long as you haven't lost that tower, Puppy's freed up to be able to make some of these rotations happen with the Ember Spirit and with the Pugna. I think it was a Mirana plus a Pugna, wasn't it? With the... I know it was a core Pugna, but Decrep plus Starstorm just...
Yeah, it was.
Anyone on the map.
Yeah, that actually was. Hold on, Charlie? Nice, alright. Just able to get out of range of the blast. Boom. Put a little bit of damage on, but nothing too crazy. It looks like there's no real big winners and no real big losers as well off the side of the lanes. Everyone has to be pretty happy.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Are fortified.
Overall,
Oh, no.
again, the happier ones. I mean, if Crystallis was having a harder time, I would say Alliance are the ones happier with the outcome of this, but he's farming. He's getting his levels. He's allowing Puppy to make these rotations away and potentially even... I don't think he'll get a solo kill. He's going to have to combat against the Fairy Fire and the Magic Stick.
Let's get a decent chunk of damage onto Ponlo nonetheless, so 4 won't really have a person to act as a bodyguard for him. Does look like we're going to see the Arcane rush out of S4. Seen a couple of the triple braces. Hanskin almost giving up first blood. He's going to be fine though. But yeah, we've seen a couple of the braces out of the Snapfire. He's just wanting to help spam, and maybe this might enable Ponlo just to rush the Blink Dagger with having someone else with the Arcanes.
Crystallis is really just looking to prioritize making sure S4 once again doesn't have any of these levels to be able to help build up that net worth, because you're a Snapfire. It's not really about the right hits. It's about making sure you got that Scatter Blast and Fire Snap. So they actually let 2 or 3 creeps go underneath the tower on secret just to make sure that S4 got nothing out of that pull that Puppy was able to get off.
Yarmich might have a first blood down bottom. Charlie's got another round of the Metamorphosis, and like that'll be the case. Boom will not be able to continue to run past and close the distance onto the Tira. So this time, we'll get something out of that meta. There's going to be pretty much full couple of waves now for the Terrorblade as well. But we are getting close towards that first power rune timing. Is there a side that we feel like is a little bit stronger to help secure these in regards to the supports?
Well, just because of how the laning stage has gone, I probably wouldn't say Alliance is one, just because most of the time you want Ponlo to be the one making that rotation. He just doesn't have the capability to do it, though. Nice cookie. We're able to get off that creep pull, though. You think he would land it? You think he's Legolas?
I think he is.
Okay. Calling Puppy an elf. I see how it is.
Dude, that was kind of cool. I would not hate to be...
Talk about me and my enjoyment of anime, and then you break out a comment like that. Mid lane, they might be able to get a kill here. I was thinking maybe with the Arcane Rune, they might have had the reduced mana cost to be able to get that kill onto Armel. He's level 6 though, so he's going to be able to get back to base fast enough. Puppy even giving him a clarity just so he has that extra little bit.
Yeah, but the action we saw mid, there was also a death on Yarmich down bottom. Right in the tower range. There's a big reason why he went down, and kind of why Charlie gave him the tip as well. So it's going to leave Boom solo at the moment, but he's going to be okay. And that's kind of what you want the Brood to be in, especially when the full creep wave is under his tower. So looking to try and soak up some experience. Top lane Crystallis, though, have been some trouble with abilities currently on cooldown. Cookie up in a couple of seconds. Let's see if they're going to be able to find the angle for it, though. Ponlo gets a connection, but the Aphotic Shield is mitigating the vast majority of the damage. Still does have the Fidger up shortly, but I don't know if Ponlo's got the damage to go through the Abaddon.
I like that decision by Puppy a lot, you know, just putting a lot more pressure onto S4 so that he feels a lot more pressured and isn't able to assist with damage that would have been needed to secure Crystallis. So just little micro decisions like that, really what sets him apart. Ooh, won't be able to secure the courier though. So plenty of regen coming, gives it straight over to Crystallis. Has the Bassi as well, so he's going to be able to stay in this lane, keep spamming out that Aphotic Shield.
They got the S4 hit 6 before Crystallis. Yeah, they're going to make a play. Puppy, though, the point-blank arrow, beautifully done again. You're just saying his praises, and once again, it's deserved. Leaped on forward. Reliant used a great aggressive glyph to stop Crystallis from trying to get his 6. Unfortunately, it just wasn't enough.
And now he's got it. So much more survival in this lane. He's still going to hold on to the point for now. Puppy really just wants to wait for that Bassi ring aura plus the clarity to give him enough to be able to land an arrow plus the Starstorm, but not going to hit either. Does get the siege creep though, so again, just even if it doesn't connect onto a hero, allows them to slow the game down. Puppy gets a pull off. He's been playing amazingly so far this game.
You could see an attempt mid lane on Armel's life, but with the ward, they were able to scout out Hanskin, so had enough time to react with the Remnant. It does reveal that there was a ward there, so instantly Lions pinged it out and got rid of it. And we also see, of course, Boom, once he was able to hit that level 6, he found the T1 tower bottom lane straight away, so this is all now Brood's home. So good luck looking to come down bottom. And do we even feel like Alliance have a person that can kind of play on this side of the map against the Brood Mother?
It's got to be Chuen, right? But it doesn't really feel like he's going to have the capability to do it until he gets lucky with a Tumbler's Toy from the neutrals or into that Blink Dagger. You can see he's already got it queued up once that first. So who's going to be the one
a great ward.
that soaks up a lot of that experience in mid lane? Looks like they might be able to get a kill onto Hanskin here. Deep dive, though.
Armel can... Well, it is. Slide up in a couple of seconds, and it'll be enough to secure the kill. So, Armel is going to finally hit the board for the lads on Secret. Top lane, Crystallis is in a lot of trouble. Ultimate's already been expended, and they're going to secure the kill. So, I was just going to sing the praises of Puppy and dropping that defensive ward by their outpost to scout up the Tiny's rotation. But regardless, even though they saw Chuen starting to move top, they'll get the big kill into the Abaddon.
Did they see him? I'm not sure if they did or not.
They did, yes.
Okay,
Yes, they did.
So maybe just in a little bit too deep in that creep wave, I guess. At least they're able to get some sort of response, and we can see Yamich with those 2 points of the Nether Blast. He's just getting more and more damage chipping into this tower. Oh, they've actually seen the Pugna.
Okay. Plus 205 gold first fall. Power's taken so much damage though. Armel's done a great job, and also Pugna nearby. And
importantly, it was Chuen that got the kill on the top side as well, so he's going to have a lot of that extra gold. Again, he needs to be the one responding to this Broodmother. Boom is just taking complete control over the bottom side of the map. He is going at least into the hood. I'd really like him to finish the full-on pipe, though. So much magic damage that they've got on Alliance, and even if you're getting full... Oops, Armel. Oh, dodges out. Dodges out too.
refill as well for his troubles.
So even if he's getting like chain stunned on Boom, as long as you've got the pipe, you've got 30% passive magic resist without even just popping the active. So I feel like that's a really big difference maker.
I mean, they're pretty much all magical besides the Terrorblade, and until Chuen's able to scale as well. So that would just be a great item. You've got a lot of damage absorption already with the Abaddon.
Yamich
would be perfect
to go for this. He really wants to just get one more Nether Blast off. He's just waiting to see where this Tiny is. Doesn't want to extend himself too far forward, and that macro pyre might even reveal a little bit of what Chuen's looking to do. It looks like he's trying to take a bit of a stack here to get into that Blink Dagger ASAP, because they're worried about not having enough space to farm with this Broodmother. Just putting himself down here on the bottom side of the map, and yeah, after he's got the Soul Ring coming out to him, he's straight into the pipe. Really like this from Boom.
There
we go. I know that's going to go down, but what can we make out of the current ward setup for Alliance? We see very defensive wards. Seems like it's blocking Secret off from entering inside their own map. But what is this? What are Alliance trying to do with this?
I mean, they've still got a pretty solid, roaming kill trio here with Yamich, Armel, and Puppy, and they're the ones that are playing around each other most of all. Crystallis is up here on the top side of the map. Boom is as far away as possible on the bottom. And, well, Crystallis at least has the borrowed time available, but they're going to go for a smoke onto him with that freshly picked up Blink Dagger, but he's rotating back close enough towards the jungle that you're going to have multiple avenues for TPs to actually find Armel.
There's the first stun, but they're going to have the damage. With Ice Path layered down, there's going to be no escape. Beautifully done from Alliance. A tricky kill for them to find. They've had multiple attempts so far to get rid of the Ember Spirit, but finally now, with this Blink, they're going to be able to catch him. And should open up the tier 1 top as well. Charlie's already nearby to start to get the damage into the tower, so will be the first one for Alliance.
A little careful here on Chuen. Avoids the borrowed time being popped, though. Gets about half of that creep camp. Also had the luxury of, with that Ember Spirit being off the map, being able to put Ponlo down on the bottom side just to soak up a lot more of that experience. He is going into the Aghanim Shard first, which I really like. But, I mean, look at what Yamich is able to do just on his own.
Yeah.
He sees all of the attention up on the top side of the map, and he's slowly plinking away at that tower. Might end up costing him his life, though. But, again, you know that Chuen made this TP rotation down, so gives more space to be able to farm on the top.
So S4 should be, without a doubt, dead top lane. Or the heroes, at least the important one of the Tiny showing across the map. And then with the Earthshaker as well for the counter initiation means that there is no one playing behind S4. So it's going to be a slow chase down, but in the end, Crystallis will be rewarded.
Just wondering if
worthwhile death, honestly.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Puppy can afford to go into... Like, it's not exactly a Mirana item, but I wouldn't hate a Glimmer Cape this game. I guess the 4 stuff is still really good value, though, right? To get out of the Macro Pyro if you're being chain stunned in it, to get over an Earthshaker combination, and, well, poor Pugner.
Armel could clean up. Got the double damage rune, wanting the haste, but Ponlo snags it in his face.
Farming Echo, it's fine.
I mean, early game, you're okay with it be as luxurious as you want with the Echo. Just drop it, get a little bit of gold. 1100, you see. Hopefully by the 15-minute mark, he's going to have the Ag Shard gold pretty shortly. So
we saw LeBron use his freezing field to farm on his CM, so, you know, get the money when you can.
Yeah, it's never easy to be able to find a perfect Echo Slam early on. You see one opportunity just to put it on cooldown, get some value out of it. You're always happy to do so, so it's chilling. But is there any big winners right now? Like, this game's pretty even. We've got a play coming out shortly from Alliance. It would be a big kill on Boom if they're able to find it. It might be the case. But it's already been activated. Chuen is going to miss a little bit of the combo, but the pipe just got delivered. Doesn't look like it's going to matter. Boom, still the boys are coming. But S4 is going to be able to blow him up.
Not sure what he's doing there, really.
Chuen, ooh. Pretty they can definitely penalize this. Change from far to try and set up for the arrow, but the cookie to reposition. It's too late. Chuen, he went on their high ground as well. So it's be okay for the moment, Armel, considering about relenting forward, but we'll think otherwise.
Just going that step too far on the Broodmother, right? Like, he hit this pipe timing, he got double value out of being able to use the hood and the pipe active, but then he just doesn't connect with the rest of the team, so not only does he die, but the pipe doesn't affect the rest of the boys, and they can't continue on forward. Ponlo, he knows he's not going up against any sort of stun, so he's going to be able to get out and claim that Aghanim Shard for himself, so expect him to get a whole lot more active, particularly around Chuen on his Tiny.
Do we feel like Secret are a little bit... Chuen again? Jesus, it's a lot of damage. And now it's Boom in trouble. Charlie's nearby with a DD and Meta. You got taking this fight on to see the ward. They scout this. They're going to back off instantly. They might not be able to mount the defense to keep this tower alive.
Not into the double damage. I don't think they're feeling confident enough to be able to do that.
And the jump. Combo onto 2, and well, he'll toss back Yami to another kill. Will go the way of Alliance. Big timing for them. Maybe even Armel as well might be in trouble the first stun. Can they get any more? Links up surely for Chuen. Oh, he's going to guess wrong.
Doesn't really feel like they can mount any sort of a defense just yet, though, does it? Boom wants to keep the pressure onto this bottom side. Crystallis doesn't quite yet have the Radiance picked up. Actually going to look to make a bit of a beeline for him.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I know that if he was top, he probably would have taken that wave that's right next to the tower, so they guessed right, but he's just able to sidestep in time.
See Boom mid. Almost got the Echo Slam as well for the chain control if he wants to use it. Chuen is nearby, and there's the Echo into the follow-up. Not a whole lot of damage at the moment. Boom, he's able to mitigate it thanks to the pipe and our Secret. They've got time to show up to the team fight. Yarmich
alive.
Trying to hold down the Tiny, but it's not enough damage at the moment. Maybe Crystallis can look to get into the middle. And in fact, it's Armel with a finishing blow. So Alliance commit heavily to get rid of Boom, but he's back up to full health.
There's the value of actually playing with the boys with the pipe as well, right? They are able to survive throughout that a little bit. Probably couldn't have asked for too much of a better positioning for that Echo Slam. They were on top of the Fissure as well, so even though Ponder wasn't right next to them, they got that chain stun together. But, just without dropping the macro, wasn't enough to be able to secure the kill.
And there's some more heroes though, and S4 got the greaves up in a couple of seconds. Should help repair some of the damage. Importantly, Chuen is back alive.
How deep can you go?
So the nether... Starless?
Toss.
Toss back. Oh, beautiful toss. Even under the tower as well. The ultimate does just come back up. Let's see if they're going to have the damage now. Pomlo's in some trouble. They're going to be cautious, though. Even Charlie wants to get into the middle of it all. He doesn't have the meta, but it's not going to matter. Ice Path onto 2. Polo off the back of the buyback as well will hold them into place. But Armel's got a pretty free fight now with all the stuns on cooldown. But Chuen, he's still got them up and available, jumping on top. Armel zip over the left side. Can they find him? Armel just escapes.
That was all without Puppy, I believe, right? Like, he used a TP quite a while ago, so he was just looking to get a bit of farm for himself up on the top side. I think they realize how important it is to be having a little bit of this combo breaker. Alliance have it, of course, with their Snapfire with a cookie, but that 4-staff is going to give them a lot of value. Unfortunate that they weren't able to take the tier 2 tower, but if Puppy just gets into that next item, he's actually gone the drums instead, so maybe they're feeling like, considering they expended the Echo Slam. It was quite a while ago, though, so just have a different read on it.
That was also that kind of first Radiance fight as well for Crystalis, and it always feels very awkward when it doesn't go your way. So he's got some other bigger timings coming short, importantly that 15 Talon and Manta, but still it's this looming threat of late game Terrorblade.
Specifically against you, you know.
Yes.
Radiance buyers, Luna, and actually Abaddon, who is both, is probably the ones that least want to be playing up against that TB.
We didn't have a really good ward to play with. Picking up Puppy for the moment. Able to see some of the other members. They even have a cliff ward as well. Let's see if Secret's going to be able to de-ward it before Radiant come on down. This could be a incredible position to take a fight, but Puppy is always aware.
They can't fight into this. They've got a haste rune on Armel. He's got a DD bottled as well.
Ooh.
Just a little bit short on his BKB as well. Once he picks that up, that's really going to enable the game to break wide open for him. Nothing at all to be able to stop him from just going to absolute town. He's going to, of course, look to play perhaps a little bit more aggressively. I'm sure he'll ask Boom as well, just to send some Spiderlings for a bit of information for him to be able to play around. As long as he's not getting caught by that Avatos combo. Really doesn't feel like he can die once he's got that BKB available. Okay, so Yamich, he's going into a 4-star himself. I like it. I'm going to need to see that Aghanim Shard Pugner. You're up against the Terrorblade. Pretty good way to be able to clear all those TB illusions.
That is true.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's got a little bit of gold for himself here, Yamich. He's able to get towards those further support items as well. Moment again. Nothing. No real big winners. I suppose probably Charlie, honestly, still with him being top in the net worth. Scott is going to be a huge timing for him. Do you feel like Secret need to kind of force the issue before Charlie gets his item?
That was how I felt previously, but clearly they've got a bit of a different read on it. I feel like the call from Puppy is, look, let's just try and be a little bit greedy. Get into our BKB, get into the 4-stars, because late game, when this TB is going to be noticeably scary, we've got a Pugner to be able to deal with it. You know, you're only going to have to deal with the real TB, not all of the illusions. So maybe they're feeling like this complete menace isn't going to be quite as risky to go up into. And they're so close to being able to finish those 4-stars, that BKB, and even a Guardian Greaves on Boom, so I feel like maybe that's the time where they feel strong enough.
Although, might be dead as a result of the smoke. I'll mention Puppy in combination together should be able to find a pretty easy kill onto the Earthshaker. It's going to make him work for it. No way, Pomlo? Oh, what? I think was it the Radiance or Mistcoil? Regardless,
Mistcoil.
They're able to get him in the end. Now they see Chuen and S4 underneath the Observer Ward, so Secret, they're instantly going to look to try and make a play across the map. Alliance cautious. Armel is able to find the chains. Look at Purged up, but Chuen, he doesn't have this capability with the time. He's in some trouble, but beautifully done. S4 with the communication. Chuen's able to just get that cookie up, but it will not matter because they're continuing on to chase him down. Chuen should be an easy kill for them to find. And a Hanskin as well is next on the chopping block, but going to be able to make it away. They might consider about Roche, so it's a bit of an opening now for Secret.
Sure, why not? They've got the drums of endurance, so they can look to really quickly pummel that one down. Of course, the Curse of Avernus does help as well, and with that secondary life, I really wouldn't be surprised if they just gave this one through to Armel, just to continue him to allow him to make plays. He's going to be able to play off the back of the BKB. They might just give it to Crystallis as well, but they really want to contest this as well? Won't be able to do it.
I maybe was just looking for the Roche kill.
But
I'm not sure.
I feel like that's pretty important with Secret hitting all these big timings. That Mortimer's kisses for the damage.
So one thing I just remembered as well with this Terrorblade matchup with the Radiance build is we're gonna have to keep tabs on kind of the Abaddon Manta style. Of course, that is a way to dispel the reflection. So we'll have to see how Crystallis is looking to use this inside the team fights. Could be huge. It was a big reason why they wanted to go down this Terrorblade route, but he is online. Started completed, level 15. Fine, they're ready to go. Smoke is 5. That was probably the first point of contact. Is that really the member you want to try and bring down to start? You can so have got multiple spells in Alliance. They want nothing to do with the Abaddon, but as a result, Pomlo, he's going to be cut off on his retreat. So the Earthshaker is in trouble, but meanwhile, a separate fight is breaking out as well over by the secret shop. Charlie, look at a duel against Crystallis, but I mean, with the position they're in, Alliance, their formation was broken, so there will be no fight.
Yeah, and they're just a couple of items ahead right now on Secret. Like, you've only got a Greaves to play around with. That's more reactionary than proactive, you know? You're not able to get that pipe off to allow you to go in, and they were just way too split. Ponlo with a decent position inside of the Roche pit, considering there's no real reason for anyone to Secret to go there, but Broodmother, luckily enough, was just able to scout him out, running over the webs. And now with that, BKB's up for Armel. So we've got the Brigand's Blades, so even more damage looking to come out. Even just going to keep him at full mana as well as Yamich. They just want to play, again, another aggressive game. Stay out on the map. Don't give them any opportunity for this TB to get any bigger. Yamich is actually close to securing a Glimmer Cape for himself as well, so this is the thing that I was wanting Puppy to get previously, but Yamich feels pretty decent for him too. He's holding onto the Ring of the Vizier, so going to have that extra cast range.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Still really want to see that shard though.
Oh, that's 4. Try and get rid of the silence. Find some time to get the cookie on over the top. It's a pretty nice ice path that can set up the Pomlo's combo. But there's just going to be no turning it around on Alliance. Another member will go down, and they are just getting so much out of the Aegis, and they still have 2 minutes 30 of it left on Crystallis. So this map is going to continue to shrink.
Yep, they're probably going to lose both tier 2 towers as well with no Snapfire for the additional damage, for the auras. They're just going to continue sieging this one in. Crystallis to top. You can't afford to glyph it, because if you lose another team fight, you're just going to lose a lane of Rax. I think they see Charlie and they're going to go for him. It's just Armel for now, and well, Charlie is able to take that tier 1 at least, but feels like a consolation prize at this stage.
They know where he is. Poppy's starting to ping him out.
Don't know if they care.
Doesn't
Might
look
just
like.
continue to put this pressure onto these other lanes. Oh, Yamich is actually going to be the one making that rotation back, and he's going into the Aether lens next. So just dropping down wards just to be able to catch him out next time he looks to go for that sort of play, which I don't hate. Of course, seeing the TB illusion there does reveal that information, and well, luckily enough, he's able to secure the courier with that illusion.
Alright, they're going to try and force the issue. That's a great toss back into Charlie's meta damage. Boom should go down before there's a response. Alliance, can they get anything more out of this, though?
They want to. It's still going to be on the back of Chuen. They want to see if there's anything up on that high ground. Arrow's going to connect, and really that feels to me like they have to completely disengage. Still all Chuen. They're picking out the heroes that are missing right now, and for good reason. Pon, though, they will know that he hasn't had any item progression for the next little bit, and that's because he's closing in on that Blink Dagger. Getting this D-Ward is certainly going to help. Actually gives him enough gold straight away. But no matter. I feel like you're feeling pretty confident in just getting away with one death. Like you said, they still had a lot of duration left on that Aegis. Only 20 seconds left for now, but no meta to fight into. I feel like you're incredibly confident just to continue to group up forward. And yeah, Boom, he's not going to shove out any sort of side lanes. He's just going to connect with the rest of the boys and then look to run it down. You miss those days of tiny games where a Titan Sliver is guaranteed to drop every time?
Well, he's just got one, so...
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Let's see. No, he's still a while away until he's going to be that threat. In fact, Chuan's actually even got an Assault Cuirass queued up, so... Way to be able to buff up your Terrorblade.
Nice item for Stylus to have as well. The Ogre Seal Totem doesn't need to rely on the Force Staffs to be able to get over the Fissure Ridge.
Dire's top tower
Coming back. Of course, can look to rejoin the boys pretty quickly.
They're going to try kill him. Ponlo, he's in with the Acroset, but Charlie wants nothing to do with him. It doesn't even matter. They've got the damage. I thought they would have needed the Terrorblade, but Chuan, he can just BKB, TP out. A big kill for them to find second death of the game onto Armel, and that was the blink reveal as well, so beautifully done. He's too scanning. They know someone's still here. Could be Ponlo. Getting crafty, poor old Ponlo.
Blink.
Hey, what is happening? You were just
It's like, what? You guys are still trying to find me? Okay. All right.
Yeah. Feels bad. I mean, it goes to show again, Alliance, they're talented at being able to stall these games out so that they can get to these later timings where they feel they're going to be much more effective. I mean, the fact that they're able to bait out that TP back there is all off the back of Charlie, really. Just using the TP illusions, of course, to continuously push out that lane. Any chance that they get, just throw a quick Avatos into the lane as well. But at the end of the day, still relatively short respawn timer. And
Dude, this ward.
You got no Echo.
You gotta get rid of it. They're coming. Oh no. So I think for Charlie, Satanic is probably that item where we're going to start to feel the true strength of the Terrorblade. They are really lacking ways to hold him down inside fights. You have to be pretty unfortunate if they get Halberd off on Boom as soon as he activates Satanic. That's really the best case scenario for Secret, but I think once this item is complete for Charlie, we're really going to see him be a gigantic issue inside the fights for Secret.
I think so too. I think as well, though, he doesn't have a BKB for the next little bit, so I think you can afford to just not go onto the Terrorblade to be able to start things off, and then just use the decrep on it. It's nearly maxed out, so...
I'll be good positioning. And they're actually going to be off the mark with the Fissure. The smoke for nothing, and... let's run into the arrow as well. Armel might be able to poke from afar, and even Crystallis is eyeing up the Jakiro.
Radiant's top tower is
For
under
pulling the creep wave over to the side, not wanting to give away any additional information. Vision for both sides. Alliance, they're playing with a lot less right now. They'll be able to see with these wards by Secret exactly where the Snapfire's positioned himself if he ventures too close towards that river. But in the meantime, they're doing kind of what Charlie did previously, just using illusions to push in the wave, and now with Chuan revealing back towards that top lane, they're wanting to try and get a quick pickup. They'll see where that Fissure came from, and they'll find Ponlo.
Looking to help out, but Chrysalis, he's on top. It's not going to matter, though. Hanskin with the defensive Force Staff, and now the Avalanche as well to cover the retreat. Charlie wants nothing to do with this team fight, though, but the Terrorblade not looking to TP back, still wanting to try and complete the Satanic.
It's getting closer and closer.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But, okay, he's going into the AC
see him.
on Chuan. They do see him.
They
They
wanna
still haven't
fight.
dealt with that ward.
Action from Puppy. Down one member. Is this the fight you're looking to take on Alliance? Chuan finds the opening, tossing back the Brood in.
Big arrow.
The disarm's going to be there, so there's nothing that Terrorblade can do. Fissure will hold them down for the moment, but it's not going to matter. You've got no control now to enable the Terrorblade, and Alliance, they've got to get out, but they pop meta. Chuan, though, he doesn't want to go out. Is there in? Echo Slam onto two. Crystallis just gets ripped apart. Once again with the Halberd. It's proving to be a big issue here for Charlie, but once it expires, there's not much Boom can do. But the arrow's going to be on the mark into the fall. Magic damage. He's already used the Sunder, and as a result, Charlie's gone. Beautifully done from Puppy. Finds the arrow, and in the end, was looking like a great turnaround, but it just was not enough for Alliance.
He's finding some real consistent arrows as well. He even got the one onto Chuan that allowed them to comfortably take that fight. It was a great Echo Slam as well, coming through from Ponlo. I was a little bit worried that he was going to get clipped by that Radiance and have the Blink Dagger interrupted, but he was just far enough away to be able to get it off, but still, just the weight of strength of having this, and they got to clear out the wave, but they didn't aggressively glyph. Still looking to push on forward, though, onto these squishy backliners.
Boom's got to go. He has to die at the start of every single fight. Double Helbert off inside the previous skirmish. The big reason why they're able to come out on top. We saw them try and jump him as well, but that is not an easy man to kill off. Greaves, Pipe. Boom is so goddamn tanky, and they're going to be able to get a melee barracks and look to get out on Secret as well. So Roche is now up for grabs. Someone's going to try and address top, so Crystallis can come into play and should be able to set themselves up for the second Roche now.
Not just the Greaves and the Pipe, you've also got, you know, the double four staffs. You've got the Glimmer on the Pugner. You've got Decrep as well, if you really feel like he's dying to a Terrorblade specifically. And this is why Charlie needs that Satanic, right? He just stood there at the very end. If he has that Satanic, you could pop it for the Dispel and then actually turn around and start fighting inside of your meta form. Probably get at least a kill onto Boom. He doesn't get another Halberd off, and who knows? Maybe you take a fight.
Ventron is going to be able to get the blink away. We will get one, and still with the chances on the mark for Armel, and he's got a double damage rune as well. Lions just hoping Chuen can get back inside the base. The cookie to help him out, and he's unfortunately got to pop the BKB.
It's all about making space. Still, what, 600 gold away from the Satanic? Charlie's been able to reach up to the level 20 as well, so he's got that extra Conjure Image duration. He's looking to try and cut these waves as much as possible, keep the threat away from the Alliance base, but I feel like that's where Yamich just needs to be positioning himself. Give that Illusion the quick Zuck, clear it away, and with this as well, Roshan's up. It's got the shard, so who knows, maybe this is what they're waiting for. Wonder if this triggers it inside of Yamich saying, hey, hold on, wait a minute, we'll be able to actually obliterate him with this. There's that Satanic. Do they feel confident enough to fight, or rather, can they get there fast enough to be able to do it? We've got the scan ready. S4, this is as much for vision as it is for the damage aspect, and, well, Secret, off the back of the scan, knew that it was coming, so they back off and they get a smoke back the other way. It's all about getting vision up onto the high ground first, though. Puppy even finishing up the Lotus Orb, so another way to get rid of that reflection.
Ollie on the front. Smoke gonna pop. What a great position for Secret to be in as Crystallis is in as well with the combo. They're going to be able to bring down the Jakiro to start the fight once again with the Terrorblade. He's disarmed. He can't right-click, and they're just kiting him perfectly. Charlie trying to find the opening, trying to find the target. He'll finally lock onto Yamich, but Boom's Helvet's going to come up shortly. They're on full-out retreat, hoping for a big ultimate out of Ponlo, but he's just unable to see the angle in. Finally, he'll use it down to the south, but Charlie, he's not in a position to get any right clicks out. Trying to turn for the Sunder. Can he even get anyone? Oh, no. Doesn't find an opportunity. The silence at the last second, preventing his ultimate. An ultra kill for Crystallis. Looking for the rampage as well. Come here, S4. Looks like it'll be enough to get himself back past the throne, but Secret now can look to pillage the base, a 17,000 net worth lead.
And an enormous wave coming in top as well. It's the 35-minute wave, so they've got all of those siege creeps to be able to play around with that they need to deal with on the tier 4 towers, let alone the tier 3, and without that Echo Slam, they're not even that worried about clumping up together.
And this is kind of that big concern with the Terrorblade. It always feels like this hero just needs one more item. Needed that MKB to be able to deal with the evasion. You needed the Satanic to be able to stand your ground. You need the BKB now to be able to avoid the Halberd and avoid the Decrep. But it's... he's even going Daedalus as well. But... it might be... yeah, that's the thing. You always need that next item more for Secret. They can back on up with ease, be able to find that second Roche now, so we also get our question answered of who's going to be able to find the shard, and
damn,
greedy cause, right? That's what you'd say, greedy cause.
I mean, it's such a good game for the Puck, dude. It's like one of the worst shards of the game, but against Illusion Heroes, it's one of the best. They They even got a really nice neutral item as well for the Abba, so he's holding onto a Witchbane, so doesn't even need to save the Manta Style now to be able to deal with the reflection. Can just dispel himself.
Ponlo is such a nuisance. Actually, does Armel not even... Huh? Ponlo just took the headstone in front of Armel because he had the invis as well, and then Armel didn't know. He ran to the other side. Maybe he thought it was the...
Must have just vanished.
the thing. Yeah, because this... I don't actually know if they've fixed this, but like runes have been spawning like 0.2 seconds after, so maybe it was that. I don't know if that has been fixed or not, but he went top, saw there was no rune. He's like, hey guys, what's going on? Where's my power rune? What you in?
Can they get a toss back?
Oh, I think he might have lost vision with the moonlight. Regardless, boom would have been a big opening if they're able to get that broodmother kill. Would help enable Charlie inside these fights. They've got a nice ward outside the base. Yuen's gonna make another attempt. Goes boom into trouble with the chain control. Charlie, can he get the right click damage out? That's really the question. They're just gonna hold them down at a place, but look at the medic. Yamich keeping Boom healthy, and now that attempt, it's thwarted straight away. There's just nothing they can do. With the formation completely broken on Alliance Secret, they're just moving forward inside their base, dancing left, right, and center. Multiple members are down. Ponlo will find a solo kill out to the right side. Chuen's in once again. It's a lot of damage coming out, but Armel, oh, just the force up at the last second. Charlie's going to try and find the Sunder target, but they are playing so well on the edge of the team fights. He might be forced to Sunder. Ponlo, the control is there. The bash is out. A 5-man wipe. And that'll be all she wrote, with the G's getting called secret. Quite the debut from this new 5-man roster. They're going to be able to take down Alliance in 2-0 fashion.
Very, very clean. I mean,